is the biggest challenge now trying to top the first Avengers?
It's kind of a, I don't want to say it's a blur, but, you know, that was a couple pictures ago. It just all turned out so well, and it was so well received. I think the audience really drove the success of Avengers, and so we remember it as this, you know, this very daunting thing. So you just go back and you try not to make a lousy movie.
I know you're so used to these big box offices, but does it still boggle your mind a little bit when you hear about this movie being able to project $200 million this, you know, the weekend it opens,
That's
or
minimum.
$2 billion
$2
worldwide?
billion, yes. Look, you know, it's not my money. I think something happened too when Disney kind of came into the picture. There's just so many even more kind of smart, capable people, you know.
Right. Do you remember now, looking back, when you first put on the Iron Man costume, or you were first cast as this amazing superhero that you are now known around the world for? It is now, I think, your most known role. Did it feel like a risk?
No, it felt like it was going to be great, again, if we didn't mess it up. And there's so many ways for movies to go wrong, you know? And ultimately, it just comes down to people. Can you get along? Can you have some fun? And then can the studio and everyone else do their job?
And here you are, 6 Iron Mans, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
you've played him 6 times already.
Right. I think one of them was a cameo at the end of a Hulk, but
Yes.
let's count it.
Yeah. Hey, I was trying to give you credit where credit is deserved, my
I'll
friend.
shoot it up for that.
One thing I thought was so beautiful was recently you delivered the arm of the Iron Man
Yes.
to a young boy, which, you know, now having spoken to you about being a father and what that meant to you, how amazing was that moment for you?
It was great. Again, at the time, because, you know, there was cameras around and stuff, I just kind of wanted him to have the experience of it. And then it became this kind of popular thing. What I think is really cool is that this character, who's essentially an inventor and a mechanic of sorts, inspired designers and engineers to actually think of a less expensive way to do prosthetics, you know, which
Right.
So it's really nice when actually some real-time benefit comes from these films, you know.
But was that a moment that really pulled on
Yeah,
the
I got
heartstring?
pretty choked up.
It was amazing moments.
Oh, good.
Yeah. MTV is presenting you with the Generation Award, and the whole cast, the whole ensemble of Avengers is coming
See, I'm
together.
acting like I didn't know that until now. Say it one more time. You are?
You are being presented with the MTV Generation Award. How good does that feel?
It's great. I love MTV.
Again, you are the catalyst for where we
Right.
are today.
Now, don't get my head all puffed up again. I just got my feet back on the ground. Bunch of kids, happily married.
And you just celebrated a milestone.
I did?
Yes.
I'm going to also pretend I didn't know I just turned 50. Wait, one more time.
But what does that feel like? Turning 50, you've got, you know, you just have your 2 kids now, and you, like you said, happily married.
Here's how it feels.
And Avengers out.
Yeah. Here's the answer, if you're interested. It makes me start thinking about things like I'm walking over here and wearing a pair of sweatpants and a bright shirt, and I'm like, should you start dressing your age?
No, I love the ensemble.
Thank you.
How was the party?
My birthday party?
Yes.
It was fantastic.
What was the highlight for you?
Well, you know, I don't want to brag,
Please do.
but Duran Duran played.
What? Oh my God.
And then Steely Dan played. And it's hard for me to get through a Steely Dan concert without weeping a lot, particularly when they get around to the Asia album cuts. But really anything. Kid Charlemagne. I love music.
I mean, that's how you do a
Clearly
birthday
I love
party.
music from a while ago, too. I like Maroon 5, too. See, I'm hip.